Alright, part two of this video. Yeah, sorry I had to drag it out into multiple parts. It's just getting a bit long, like I said in the last video. But yeah, so just a quick recap. I was really focused on, school and running and whatnot. And I was focused on, I was in a weight training class. So, all those things happened, right? And I'm in high school now. COVID is kind of over, right? It was that awkward period of masks and whatnot. But, yeah, so it was like a bunch of people that I was meeting at the same time. But I remember right around this time, I would watch, and if you're into this stuff, you know who I'm talking about. I would watch the old prime monk mode Hamza videos, right? If you know who that is, I'll pull up a picture on screen for reference. You probably recognize him. And I remember he would start every video with the first two would go it would be Jeffrey, and you're like, bro, who the heck is Jeffrey? And it's always him doing something stupid. And then this man would just go, oh, done this. Yeah. my impression is horrible, I know. And that's back when he had the buzzed head, right? And then I remember, and then you would, make his point there. And then mind the AC there. He would make this I guess edit of him working out, and it was always some British rap song, right? Or it would be him in the garage lifting weights, or he had these actually I'm not gonna lie, I'd actually love to get these sometime. These gymnastic rings, and so you'd see him doing muscle ups and all this cool stuff. That was pretty cool. I'll try to pull up a picture of that too. It's gonna be why did it take you so long to edit this? But yeah, in all seriousness, I think that's actually where I got the idea to start gratitude journaling. I talked about that forever ago. I don't even think it's on YouTube. I think it's just on Instagram. But I remember I would listen to him, and my very first experience with him was I literally was playing video games with, I think it was Minecraft, yeah. I had my ear plugs in, right, just listening to YouTube, and I decided to watch a video on why he hates video games, basically. And so I remember I didn't actually take him very seriously at first. And but the one thing I noticed, I think it was because of that influence. I believe that's why I temporarily deleted TikTok and Instagram. I think I always had YouTube, but I had them deleted for a long time too. I had them deleted I never had it installed for longer than a week, for probably Jesus. I probably re-downloaded them for good, middle of my senior year, probably 2024. It's probably a year, actually. Probably a year. I had them deleted for a year. So yeah. But anyways, I remember, and then so it was those two things and gratitude journaling, and I noticed that my mental health did improve. And that was the first thing that tipped me off to maybe this self-improvement thing is kind of legit, And then the next thing it was, I'm not gonna go too impersonal with this. When I was a junior, I had this one specific experience with a girl that, in my opinion, sort of made me think that he was right on that too, and that's when I decided that I was gonna take, him and people similar to him more seriously. So it's my junior year now. This is like maybe a year, 2 years ago now. And so I remember that that's actually right before like 2023 started. I made not my YouTube channel, but my Instagram account. I already in my head, I had it. I think that would be really cool. I got the idea from when one of my weight training class buddies from earlier decided to film a video of me screaming while deadlifting. And that's actually, if you saw that, where it's me going, "Ah!" that's what that was. That's what that was. And a bunch of other people in the school saw it, and I'm like, I think in my, vain little mind, I was like, I could get a lot of positive attention if I kept doing stuff like this and posting it. So I think that might actually have been, I can't even remember when I first made it, because I made it and I took forever to like post something because I was too scared. But I think that's when I made it, and then as a junior, I finally posted my first post. It was nothing like what I talk about now. It was actually about cross country. It was a PR. I ran like basically a 20-minute 3-miler, which wasn't my all-time best. My all-time best wasn't much better though. But anyways, that's all in the past now. But and then after that, here's my first video. It's a little cryptic. I got people kind of when I made my first video on Instagram, not on YouTube, that didn't exist yet. It literally went like this. It will all make sense in time. Patience and power over the mind is all you need. I didn't know I was a poet. Alright? That's pretty poetic, alright? I don't know why I did all that. So yeah, as you can imagine, people were pretty confused. I think I kind of confused myself too. Because it was like my first video, and I didn't even really know what to talk about for the first time. So it just ended up being super awkward, but that's okay. I suppose these, at times can be awkward. But I remember, I think that's just when I was like all in on this stuff, and then I made a couple, I think at that time, it wasn't even that, no, it's not even that I re-downloaded TikTok. It's that what I would do is I would, through this painstakingly horrible process, I would actually put it on, I would actually get what was on, being recorded on my phone, to my computer, to my laptop, my desktop computer. And then I would get that footage onto TikTok and Instagram, because I started posting on them at the same time. And then the summer goes by, and wait, was this? Yeah, wait. Sorry, I'm going a little back and forth, but yeah, I started actually posting things when I was, late 2022, like, or yeah, late 2022. Sorry, I didn't mean to confuse you there. So I started posting late 2022, and then during the summer, that's when I, for the first time, got into cold approaching girls, which is literally just fancy, PUA red pill talk for finding a cute girl and like just asking her out, right? So I started doing that, and I noticed that after a lot of practice, go figure, I got a lot better at it, It seems obvious now, but because of that, this weirdly kind of affected, how I think everyone like saw me at the time, just people in real life. I kind of became the, because I decided to make something called wrist tips, and that's what I called it. It was an Instagram post. If you want, you can go on my Instagram, and unfortunately, you can look at it. It's very cringy, but you can watch wrist tips. It was like I think it was 3 videos. I had like a couple steps. I don't even remember what I talked about. Probably stuff I mostly agree with, but yeah, it was that, and then people at school would kind of, not very often, but sometimes they kind of give me a hard time for it, like, oh, it's, you know, wrist tip guy. This is pretty funny, but pretty funny in retrospect. But yeah, I remember that was like when I started, you know, I would like start getting, you know, numbers and whatnot, and that's like the first time that it just clicked in my head, like, oh, you know, like I'm not like ugly. I'm not like, I could get girls, and I think that was so good for my my sort of self-image, which is why I think I preached for it so much. Oh my God, what's there even left to talk about? I guess that's about it. I mean, once I was a senior, I kind of just kept making videos. I wasn't very active until I stopped running. When track season was over, I decided that's when I was going to start to bulk up. I bought a scale. I've seen it all over my Instagram stories. I started at like probably like 151, I believe. 151, which is pretty light because I'm not. If you know me in real life, you know I'm not a short guy. I'm 6'1", so like I'm still, you know, pretty skinny guy for 6'1". I'm really light, even though I am packing on the pounds quite well, I think. But yeah, then I got the idea to make kind of daily videos, and I decided I would go back onto meditation, which was something I did very briefly. And I would get people that knew me, not that well, but well enough in school, just being like, yo, I mess with the daily vids, right? And those are on YouTube, by the way. And YouTube, God, I don't even know that was like probably very early 2024, early 2023, but yeah, that was when I started off my YouTube channel. That's also very humble beginnings, but yeah, it was just, yeah, when I started when I started bulking up, this is just a couple months ago, when I started bulking up, I decided I would make sort of close to daily videos. I take that less seriously now, but like daily videos, just because that helped me stay consistent in the past, because I would do that on Instagram as well, you know, back then, you know, a couple of years ago. So yeah, my that's kind of where I am now, and I'm gonna be real with you. A lot of the reason why I just made these videos, it's just commenters. It's a lot. I was always gonna make this video eventually, but I don't know. Someone was curious, so you know, you might as well get it over with. But no, in all seriousness, yeah, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely terrifying, it's awkward, but I would strongly recommend you document your journey with self-improvement, specifically using like social media, Instagram, whatnot. Maybe I think at the time I just liked Instagram because I thought I'd be posting like a lot of like pictures, and I ended up being wrong. It's just videos. So that's all I really have to say. That's kind of the story. That's all I have. So yeah, I mean, I remember my first. I'll talk for a little longer just because I remember my very first YouTube video. It was probably the longest YouTube video I'll ever make. Well, if you combine the two videos here, this will be longer, I think. But part 1 and part 2. But I remember it was basically everything I knew about, talking to girls again, and I remember it's the only time I ever did a video with somebody else, and it was a 25-minute long video about how to talk to a real life woman. But I remember I made that, and then when I made that video, I had probably a 1 to 2 minute long interview with my friend who was more serious about self-improvement even now than I was. He's big into the gym and business and whatnot, and that is the only the only time I've ever collabed with anyone. And I remember I was just dropping everyone off, right? Because I was the guy driving. We were hanging out, and and then I just decided, right outside his house, I bring one of my friends, and I just go ask him, hey, what's it like? Cold approaching. And so, I don't know, maybe I'll link that video down below if you want to go check it out. Or if you just want to look at the interview I did. Yeah. But that's it. That was a funny story. Bro, I was kind of unintentionally mean, because I was just this is this guy, he's really cool, he's on self-improvement, but he didn't get any girls tonight. Why do you think that is? I'm a good friend, I promise. I promise. But yeah. Alright, peace.